Hey, what's up, guys? Meteorologist Doug Hetty. It is early Friday afternoon, and we are going to be tracking showers and thunderstorms, severe threat as we go through the afternoon hours. So, of course, this video, we're going to be talking about severe weather, which is going to be rolling through as we continue to go through the afternoon into the evening hours. Pretty good risk across the region, of course, if need be, which it looks like we will. We'll be streaming on the KOM YouTube. I'll start a stream a little bit later on this afternoon. All right, so let's get right to it. You can see we have an elevated risk for severe weather, and this really encompasses most of Kansas, northern parts of Oklahoma, into southwestern Missouri. I do want to give a huge shout out to my boys, Superior Roofing and Construction. They're a four-state premier roofing contractor, family owned and operated, located at 7th and High Street. Good group of boys. They did my roof last fall. So if you have roofing needs, especially situations like this, make sure you give them a call. The number is right there on the screen. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in. So here's where the highest threat for severe weather is going to be this afternoon into this evening. Really central eastern Kansas, Kansas City down to Joplin, Miami, all the way down to Tulsa, just north of Oklahoma City. That is where the greatest threat is going to be. And you can see why. We have an well, complex of thunderstorms, which will become an MCS, mesoscale convective system, or a big complex of storms. But the main threat with these, over the next couple hours, there is a little bit of a tornado threat because we do have some initial supercells, but this is going to switch over into mainly a wind and hail threat. We could get some really gusty winds as this line drives across central and eastern Kansas. There could be some of these severe thunderstorm warnings may clock winds upwards of 80, maybe a little bit higher than that. So that's something we definitely need to watch. But you can see this complex coming together really from Manhattan out to the west to Salina. Still a couple hours away from Wichita, Kansas City. We'll get into the action here in a couple hours. Southeast Kansas, Joplin, Springfield. You won't get into the action for about another 4 or 5 hours, and then about 6 hours before it gets into northwest Arkansas. These are already packing a pretty good punch. Look at these storms, numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. Just east of Hayes, you can see the tremendous lightning in these storms, which is showing some hail cores. So just west of Ellsworth, north of Great Bend, and then these stretch over toward Hill City. And then we got another little complex, which is trying to come together just northeast of Manhattan. Also another pretty good hail core. You can see a lot of lightning, so severe thunderstorm warnings on that as well. And then weaker storms once you get up into southeastern parts of Nebraska. But these are going to drive southeast, become a nice little line, and work right in southeastern Kansas. So it will get into Yates Center, Iola first, Chanute, Fredonia, and then eventually Fort Scott, Parsons, Independence, Pittsburgh, down toward Joplin, Miami, and then it's going to drive all the way down toward Tulsa, Bentonville, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Branson, Springfield as we go through the evening hours. So let's kind of go through time. Let's watch this complex. So here we are. We're looking at 5 p.m. This may be closer to 4 p.m., but getting into Kansas City, most likely a severe threat, over toward Topeka, Emporia, all the way down toward Wichita, where you see the curvature here on the future radar. Again, don't take this as exact. This is a model run. That's why I said it may be 4 p.m. But we're going to get some bowing structures. So you can see now it's driving into southeastern Kansas, and most likely these will be severe with some very strong winds. This extends north all the way to Kansas City. The heaviest by 7 p.m., 7 p.m. is going to be through Kansas City. Sedalia getting into the action. Butler. So this is about 6 or 7 p.m. as we go through the evening. Let's watch this line drop southeast. We're going to go to about 8 p.m., 8:30. The line is driving through the metro of Joplin, Mount Vernon, down to Pineville, Grand Lake. So if you're heading to Grand Lake or Table Rock Lake or even Stockton this evening, you need to watch this line. Even Lake of the Ozarks, central parts of Missouri. But this could be a pretty intense line, and it's really going to book. I mean, once it picks up, once it becomes an MCS and we get some bow echoes, this baby's going to be moving at 50 to 55 miles per hour. So it's going to blast to the south and to the east. Let's go to 10:30. Strongest of the storms now, Springfield, Branson, Bull Shoals Lake, all the way down through northwestern Arkansas. But we are going to get some development behind it. You can see southeastern Kansas over to Wichita. And some of those guys could be strong, but I think most of the severe weather is going to be with this initial line that is going to push through the area. Let's go to about midnight. We still have thunderstorms, maybe a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. Northeastern Oklahoma all the way down to Oklahoma City. And right now we do have a severe thunderstorm watch out through southeastern Kansas till 7 p.m. Most likely this will have to be pushing farther south and east. At this point in time, the severe line, this is midnight, really kind of starts falling apart. So now we're kind of talking most of these are going to be strong storms diving into central Arkansas, central parts of Oklahoma. Now this line kind of picks back up after midnight in northeastern Oklahoma. So as this drives into northwestern Arkansas, you guys, Bentonville, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, you guys may get some more additional severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll have to see how much this first line kind of breaks down the atmosphere. So we'll have to see what the stability like in the atmosphere is at this point in time. But this is about 2 a.m. Let's go to 4 a.m. Now we most likely have strong to severe storms just west of Little Rock, and then scattered storms all the way back through central parts of Oklahoma, and then just scattered storms to start the day as we get into Saturday. Most of Saturday, everybody looks pretty good, but we're going to watch more thunderstorms kind of building central Kansas down through central Oklahoma late tomorrow night, and we'll have to see if a complex can come together. If it can, we may have a repeat tomorrow night, late tomorrow night into Sunday morning. So we could start Sunday with some thunderstorms, and then as we go into Sunday afternoon, it looks pretty good. So again, I'll be in tonight, KOAM News. I'm actually doing the 5 and 6. Chloe's doing the 6 and or the 9 and 10. I've got to head to Kansas City and do an early talk tomorrow morning. So I was planning on getting out of here, but it looks like I'm going to have to stick around until the severe weather is done. Again, we will be streaming on the KOAM YouTube. I'll always put a link up, and wanted to give you guys kind of an early look at what's going to happen across the states of Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section below. We'll chat soon.